we're just going off. We were talking about the population bomb, and I did an interview at CNN with William Shatner. Please play the beginning of that, will you?
Of what?
Of the William Shatner interview that you just played a minute ago.
Yeah, I've since.
Oh, you since got off it.
Yeah.
He was a fascinating interview, truly a fascinating interview, but odd. He was a fascinating interview because, in some ways, you just wanted him to make sense, you know?
Yes, but he didn't.
And he had a lot. He had a great sense of humor, and he's very smart.
Yeah. Many things he does make sense. He's a candid guy and an interesting guy. Like,
very interesting.
He's hosted his own interview show before, which it was bizarre but really interesting.
Was that the one that Star Trek changed the world?
I don't know.
Oh, no. You're saying an interview show. I didn't know he did an interview show.
Yeah,
he was the interviewer?
Yeah, it was called The Last Nerve or something like that.
Yeah, they had the little circle chairs.
Yes.
You know, like the S chair where you sit here and the guy sits in the circle chair here. So.
And of course Jeffy's seen it because it was produced and aired on a medium, so he's seen it. I thought I was the only person in America who has seen this series, but I always find him to be interesting because he's just quirky and a little weird and looks at things strangely. And so when you had him on, it was a great interview. And for a lot of the time during the hour, you agreed on things. The things, you know,
yeah, we got along. I mean, you know, it was an interesting thing. Play a little of the beginning, will you, Pat? Mm-hmm. It was an interesting thing because even when we disagreed, we got along.
What kind of art do you do?
Life.
Yeah. And he's now author. His autobiography is out up until now. It is out in the bookstores. And I want to start here. I found this fantastic. I have always had a love affair with America. I have believed completely in the American myth. You are Canadian. Mm-hmm. Growing up, what was the American myth? What was it that you saw from afar?
The thing, total freedom. Everybody has the to as much as hard as you wanted to work. That's how high you could rise.
You didn't feel you had that in Canada? Because I mean, Canada's kind of like a crappy state. I mean, no offense, Dick.
Canada's a crappy state.
Well, no. I mean, not now. No, it's kind of nice. Never, it's like Massachusetts.
No, never was. Canada's reticent. Laid back. People would come down here to sell a movie, and they'd ask the secretary what they'd knock on the door of the producer, to whom they should speak, and they'd be speaking to the secretary for the longest time. That was always a joke. The secretary, he was pitching me. I don't know why. I was going to lead him into the office. You know. That's Canada. It was sort of polite and taking a step back, but.
Okay, so here's a couple of interesting things from this. Is he's talking about the American dream. Do you think the people in Canada even feel that way about us now? Or is it more like a crappy state? Or are we like the crappy states and they're the better state? I mean, I don't know if the American dream is that way anymore.
Well, we certainly have a huge immigration issue that people still believe in the American dream.
Yeah, but that's because they're coming from real poverty. They're coming from real poverty. Canada's not real poverty.
No, Canada's actually...
Yeah, Canada's...
And they went through the housing crisis in much better shape than we did, you know.
Because they didn't play the game that we played.
Yeah, and their laws are set up, you know, are differently, and you know, they look at housing differently up there. But still, I mean, they came through that pretty strong.
Right. But the reason why I'm talking about him is we'll have to find tomorrow, because tomorrow on our serial we talk about the population bomb, and out of nowhere, William Shatner in this interview starts going off on the population bomb and how it's absolutely true. It's like, dude, it was discredited in 1972. What are you talking about? But he was saying there's just too many humans on Earth. Got to get rid of some of the humans. Yesterday we were talking about William Shatner. Listen to this audio of William Shatner from my program.
I buy that the world is falling apart. Mm-hmm. In every way. The main cause of it is overpopulation. Not the main. The cause of the world's destruction is there are too many people.
No, I think there are too many stupid people.
No, there are too many stupid and intelligent people. They're so close together you can't tell them apart.
Right.
All right. Yeah. They're pressed together, defecating into the ocean, and it's just too much. The planet can't take it.
I've never defecated. I don't know anybody have defecated in the ocean.
Everybody defecates into the ocean. If you defecate here, it goes into the ocean.
Oh, well, that's New York. Anyway, go ahead. Also, all right. Sure. Okay.
Everything ends up in the ocean, okay?
Remind me not to go have seafood now.
No, exactly. Yes. I mean, you're trembling on the edge of toxic food and toxic air and toxic water all
now
the time.
Stop just a second. Now, I'm obviously, I'm so baffled by this. Came out of nowhere in our interview. And so I'm just making jokes all the way along.
The context of this is it was a nice, fun interview for 99% of it, and then we got to this. So you're trying to keep it together, being nice.
Let's just keep moving along because this is insane. But he says we're on the edge of toxic air, toxic water, everything that is in this book. And he is a product of this. I mean, Star Trek, when he was at the prime, this is the kind of stuff that was in the air. This is the stuff that led to the first Earth Day.